Hello student, in previous video we have seen till the 28 number question. Now in this video we will discuss about 29 number question and onwards. 29 number question, what are the disadvantages of the fossil fuel? Means we have to write down the adverse effect of the fossil fuels, opposite of the advantage. We have to write down the disadvantage of fossil fuel. Let's see in detail. You can also write down according to your own way. So the disadvantages of the fossil fuel, the first one that these are the non-renewable resources, means after the using it is finished up. It is not a renewable source of energy. So these are the non-renewable source of energy, and another thing that is a limited in quantity. So after using it, it may finish. So these are non-renewable sources of energy and are limited in amount. It is a first disadvantage of fossil fuel. The second one that the burning of fossil fuel resulting in air pollution. As we know that by the burning of fossil fuel, the carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, such kind of gases are eluted. So these gas are responsible for the global warming, acid rain, etc. So we can say that the burning of fossil fuel result in air pollution. The third disadvantage that the burning of fossil fuels cause a release of acidic oxide, like as I told you in a previous point only, oxide like a carbon, nitrogen, sulfur, which is cause the acid rain. And this carbon dioxide, it is also responsible for the global warming. The next one that the acid rain has a severe impact on soil and the water resources. As we discussed that this oxide is cause the acid rain, and this acid rain is also give the severe impact on the soil and the water resources, because it's changed the pH of soil, and as we know that the plants that only grow on appropriate pH only. Due to the acid rain, it becoming acidic one. And in water resources, the water animals, means the aquatic animals, is also facing lots of problem. The next disadvantage that due to the air pollution by the burning of fossil fuel has result in change in climate condition. As I told you that uh, the CO2, which is a greenhouse gas, and an excessive amount of CO2 present in atmosphere that leads the global warming. And this global warming is play a major role for the climatic condition, change of climatic condition. So due to the air pollution by burning of fossil fuels has a resulting in a change in climate condition. As I told you in the previous point only, that the global warming and the greenhouse effect are some of the consequences of using of fossil fuel. The seven number disadvantage is the when they burn, they produce a lots of ash behind. Means the complete combustion is not occur. It may produce a remedies like a ash. So these all are the disadvantage of the using of fossil fuel. If asked this kind of question in 3 marks, minimum you have to write down 6 point. Maximum you can write down according to your way. But in a 3 marks question, you also have to write down at least minimum 6 point. Now let's see the next question. Question number 30. Differentiate between a biodegradable and non-biodegradable substance. Cite example. Here we have to write down the difference between the biodegradable and non-biodegradable substance. For that, you must know the definition of biodegradable and non-biodegradable substance. Then you can write down the difference. Let's see in detail. Let's see the answer. biodegradable waste and non-biodegradable waste. As we know that the biodegradable substance or waste means it can be broken down into the simple or you can say the non-poisonous substance by the action of microorganism in the nature, means it is naturally decomposed by the decomposer like fungi, bacteria, etc. But the non-biodegradable waste, this cannot be broken down into the simple or you can say non-poisonous substance by the naturally, means by the action of microorganism. So this is the first difference. Yes, one more thing, that whenever in the exam asks that write down the difference, then you have to write down in this such a way only, this kind of format only as a difference, not a theoretical. First of all, you write down the biodegradable substance and then write down non-biodegradable substance. So that is totally wrong method. You have to write down this way, so easily we can differentiate both the things. So as we discussed first point, that biodegradable waste, it can be broken down into a simple non-poisonous substance by the action of microorganism in nature. But the non-biodegradable waste, it cannot be broken down in simple structure by the naturally, because microorganism cannot decompose it naturally. That's why it is comes under to a non-biodegradable substance. Second difference, that they can be recycled naturally as well as by the man, and their products do not pollute the environment. The another advantages of biodegradable waste, that it can be recycled naturally by the microorganism only as well as by the man, and their products do not pollute the environment because it's completely degradable. It is completely decomposed by the decomposer. That's why there is no any kind of waste is generated after decomposition. And if whatever is generated, that is a simple form only, and that simple form is easily absorbed by the decomposer. Whereas in non-biodegradable waste, they cannot be recycled naturally as well as by the man, and their products cause environment pollution as well. The third point, that the waste are made up of natural ingredients. Whatever the biodegradable waste is generated, it is by the natural ingredients only. That's why decomposer are able to decompose it. Whereas in non-biodegradable waste, the waste are made up of synthetic material. It is man-made and it is a synthetic one. So it is a not so the decomposer are not able to decompose it. Then they can produce useful product after a biodegradation, like a fertilizer and all. But in non-biodegradable waste, they remain as it is, means they remains uncharged chemically as they are non-biodegradable. The fifth point, that they do not disturb the ecological balance in nature because it's not give any kind of pollution or any kind of adverse effect to the environment. But in non-biodegradable waste, most of the time they disturb the ecological balance of the nature because it's not decomposed. That's the reason. The sixth point, that they persist for small time intervals in the environment, means it takes a little bit time for the decomposed, so they persist for small time intervals in the environment. But in case of non-biodegradable substance, they persist a longer time intervals in the environment, and it may happen as well that it is not uh, totally decomposed, it's remain as it is. And at the last we can write down the example. The example of biodegradable substance, it's a paper, cow dung, wood, crumble, then household waste. That all the things are comes under to the biodegradable substance. Whereas the plastic bag, synthetic fibers, cans, etc., that comes under to the non-biodegradable substance. Here the 3 marks question is asked, so minimum we have to write down the 6 point and maximum as you can. Now let's move further. Next question, 31 number question. Give the reason. The A, the platinum, gold, and the silver are used to make a jewelry. B, sodium, potassium, and the lithium are stored in under oil. C, aluminium is highly reactive metal at it is used to make utensil for cooking. Let's see in detail. Here we have to write down the reason. The first A that question is that the platinum, gold, and silver are used to make jewelry. Why? Because they are lustrous. Lustrous means it is a shiny in nature. As we discuss in physical properties of metals, that the metals are lustrous, means they are very lustrous. But among the all the metals, the platinum, gold, and silver, they are very lustrous. The another reason why it is used for the making of jewelry, that is they are very less reactive and it is do not corrode easily, so it remain as it is a longer time of period. So that's the reason the platinum, gold, and silver, they are used for the making of jewelry. The first answer, platinum, gold, and silver are used to make jewelry because they are very lustrous, also they are very less reactive and do not corrode easily. Now let's move further. The B question. The B question is that why the sodium, potassium, and lithium is stored under the kerosene, or you can say the highly reactive metal. Sodium, potassium, lithium are very reactive metal and it's react very vigorously with the air as well as the water. That's why they kept immersed in kerosene or oil in order to prevent their contact, direct contact with air and moisture. If it is get the direct contact with the air and water, it start it cause the very means you can say it is cause the accident as well because it is easily catch the fire and due to that it cause the easily accident. So the sodium, potassium, lithium are very reactive metal and react very vigorously with air as well as water. Therefore, they are kept immersed in kerosene oil in order to prevent the contact with air and moisture. If they are direct contact, get the direct contact with air and moisture, then exploitation and they catch the fire immediately and it causes the accident. That's the reason. Now the next one, that why the aluminium is used for the cooking utensil. Though the aluminium is highly reactive metal and it is also resist to corrosion. This is because the aluminium that is quickly react with the oxygen and they make the aluminium oxide layer. And this oxide layer is very stable and prevent further reaction of aluminium with the oxygen. And also it is light in weight, and the another good character that make it for suitable for the cooking utensil, that it is a good conductor of heat, so we can easily cook our food, hence we can say that it is used to make cooking utensil. Let's say one more time. Though the aluminium is highly reactive metal, it is resistant to corrosion, and this aluminium is react with the oxygen and it's form the layer of aluminum oxide, and this layer is stable and the prevent the further reaction of the aluminum, and it is light in weight and it is also a very good conductor of heat, and this character it is make suitable for the use as a cooking utensil because it is a good conductor of heat, so we can easily cook our food. So we can say that hence it is used to making a cooking utensil. Now The OR question. So explain the electrolysis process in detail with a diagram. That we will see in the next video. Thank you.